Good morning. Welcome to Winnipeg. Okay, I'm wondering how many people noticed that when I put this part together yesterday, what I should have done was glued the two halves together first and then inserted these little pieces that I was fighting with yesterday. That would have been so much better. I noticed it while I was editing everything out. Yeah, but at the time I didn't get it. One of the viewers, I think his name is Ray, he says, at the risk of being Captain Obvious, well, it was just too obvious. I mean, that was the obvious way to do it. But I think what threw me here was the way it was pictured in the manual. It looked like you were supposed to insert those pieces first and then and then in my mind I had a mental block going on. So anyway, all that frustration yesterday for nothing. It would have been so much easier to do it, you know. Okay, well, we got 3 more pieces that we have to glue on that part yet. And as I mentioned, or is it 4? No, I think there's I think there's 3 more. The seat, the wheel, and something else. I don't know what it is. And the something else, the C18, I'm not quite sure how it's supposed to go. Maybe when we try to place it up against the side of this, I believe it's part of this periscope mechanism. Yeah, then we'll see how it goes. Anyway, what do we got going on here this morning? I don't know what we're going to do. I'd kind of like to see if I can't maybe get through step 56, and yet I'm sure that... Where's the color call-out guy? Just bear with me here. Okay, I think there are decals that have to go. Yeah, there's a lot of little dials here, very, very tiny dials. They're only about 3 millimeters in diameter. And they have to have decals put on them. That's going to be interesting. And then one of these, a couple of these square boxes also have to have a decal put on. I kind of get a kick out of seeing if I can get those decals on. They're so finicky. So why don't I like photo etch? Well, in a way, I kind of do. I kind of do like it. But I don't like it. You know, I think, I don't know what I think. It's just, I don't know how to put it into words. Anyway, I did use this yesterday. I know probably people have seen these special little chisels sitting off over here in Jeff's cup. And they think to themselves, Rod never uses those. Occasionally I do. My problem is I don't remember to use them, but they are very handy for like when I was removing the flashing off of the inside of this. You can kind of gouge it in. Yeah, it's like a mini gouge actually. And it works. Okay, let's recompose here. And what are we going to do next? Well, I think we'll glue at least 2 of the pieces on this periscope apparatus. I'm pretty sure that's what this. Oh no, maybe it isn't. It's that okay, I'm not making a lot of sense here. I realize it just all of a sudden I saw this and it sort of threw me for a bit of a loop here. Oh yes. Yeah, I see it now. It's underneath here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that this is part of the periscope, and these little pieces that we were fighting with yesterday are actually little handles that a person would hang on to and twist this thing around. You know, this thing must have had some sort of hydraulic assist or something, because I can't see it. It would be really heavy in itself. And then, of course, you'd have to be fighting against the seal, so that the water didn't get in. It would have been. I don't know what I'm saying here. Let's get recomposed here, and maybe we'll maybe well, we can't put the decals on until the pieces are painted. I was hoping to maybe drop the decals on those dials before we stuck the dials in place, but that might not work out. The dials go. Yeah, you can see on the side here. Yeah, you can see on the side here where the dials go. It could be that we'll be able to put the decals on after the dials are in place. Yeah, so that means that this whole thing can be sprayed. I guess it's going to be the I don't know what color it's supposed to be here. 337. Okay, this is the decals. Okay, this piece that we just built here yesterday is supposed to all be the number H8. Well, that's pretty dark, if I remember right. Okay, I don't have any H8, but I was noticing here that H8 is also the same as the Tamiya X11. Well, the Tamiya X11 is sort of it's called chrome silver. That's going to be interesting. That's not what I thought I was going to be painting that part. Anyway, let's just press stop here and try and get our act together. Okay, I hope this isn't going to be one of those episodes that's going to drive everybody crazy here, especially me. Okay, I've made a mistake here. What else is new, right? I was looking and I saw H8, and I thought that the line stopped right here. I've got stronger glasses on right now, but it doesn't. The H8 is for the ladder and for this part over here, whatever it happens to be. Now, this piece here that we built yesterday, I'm pretty sure this is it, is actually supposed to be the 335. If you notice that the line stops right here. Also 335 is this part that goes on the, I guess it would be, let's get this the right way around. Okay, yeah, there's supposed to be something mounted right there, and it has to be the 335, and I believe that it has a decal on it as well, but I'm not sure. It looks like, yeah, here's the decals up here. Maybe no, this part does not have a decal, but this one does. Anyway, we're getting ahead of ourselves here. Let's try not to get ourselves too confused here. So, the inside of this part right here. Okay, now let's try and figure out what color is it supposed to be. I'm not seeing a. It could be the 338, which makes a lot of sense. Otherwise it's going to be pretty dark. And I would think that the inside of the submarine, they would try to keep it painted as light as possible. Well, I'm probably missing something here. 18, 8. I'm just not seeing it. Well, I think I'm just going to go ahead and do this part, the 335, which is fairly light. It's a lot like what we're looking at right now without any paint on it. And then these other things like the dials, which are supposed to be the 339. Do I have any 339? Actually, it's not a big deal. I could do the Tamiya XF66 or something like that as well. I'll see what the 339 is supposed to be, because I don't think I have any. A few moments ago when I was going through all the paints, and finding out what I've got and what I don't got, and it turns out that if I replace some of the ones that I don't got with the alternatives, which are the Tamiya, like the 308 for instance, is also the same as the 14, which is this. It's called a gray, but it looks green to me. But anyway, yeah, I do have all the different colored paints, but I'm thinking, oh my goodness, how am I going to keep this all straight now? And all this different swapping, if I airbrush stuff, I got to be constantly, doing color changes and what have you. But I'm thinking that if I just go step by step and just sort of don't let the overall picture, you might say, overwhelm me, then I think I'm going to be able to get through this, and take my time. It doesn't have to be all painted today, and it won't be. In fact, it won't even be this week. I think what I'm going to have to do now is go back to the manual and over here and just do what we can in step 56 here, and watch that I do not get myself painted into a box, because for instance, it shows that I put this clear piece here onto this piece and then oh, by the way, this is all upside down. Yeah, this is upside down. So I have to watch that in some of these drawings. They it really throws you. I know yesterday I was looking at something, I forget what it was, and I realized that this just doesn't make sense. And then I realized, hey, the manual's drawing this thing upside down. This wasn't it. It was something else. I was perusing ahead a little bit. So in other words, what I'm saying is we would not want to be gluing this on now. I think we want to glue this on last, after everything is all painted and everything. So, yeah. Okay, this might be a really good place to mention that what I have to do for myself is remember, this does not have to be finished right away. And there might be somebody that is watching this build and thinking, I'd really like to do this kit, except it seems complicated. And it isn't really that bad. It has very little photo etch. And I know I sometimes make a mountain out of a molehill. Like yesterday, for instance, when I was messing around with this piece. I didn't have to make it that hard. There was another way I could have done it. I think that pretty well anybody could well, pretty much anybody. I think if you're 15 years old or older, you shouldn't have a problem with this. Especially if you keep in mind that you're just going to plod away at it and just do a little bit each day. Go through the manual. It won't be so bad. And don't video it. I've got this need to video. I mean, I think that photography is probably a lot more of a hobby than model making. I'm just trying to combine the two here and have fun with both. And I am. I'm enjoying this build. I really am. Every once in a while I'll get a little bit discouraged, like I was about half an hour ago there when I was trying to figure this all out. I felt a little bit overwhelmed. And but I got over it, and I'm back here now in step 56, and I'm just, like I mentioned, be careful that you don't paint yourself into a corner. Take your time. Look ahead a bit in the manual. See if you don't know what a part is and where it goes, peruse ahead. This is all stuff that a lot of you people that are a lot more experienced in model making than me already know this stuff, but there might be somebody, sort of a newbie, watching this and thinking, I'd like to do that kit. Well, hey, I think you probably can. I don't know who you are, but I think you probably can. Take your time. Take your time. Maybe you can watch the videos and you'll see all the mistakes that I made, so you'll know what not to do. Yeah, I think in my description I says you can please learn from my mistakes. Yeah, that's about the only part of it being, that aspect of it is the tutorial. Don't do what I do. Okay, yeah, let's get on here. But I just wanted to mention that. Keep in mind, it doesn't have to be done right away. There's one modeler. Some of you know him, and he's Peter from Oscale Modeling. Now he is fast. I don't know how he does his kit so fast, but he is really fast. And well, he doesn't video too much about what he's doing. Maybe that's where he can get through it. But he did the every big ship that he's done, like he did the Yamato. It just, to me, it seemed like he did it overnight, but it wasn't that fast. I was sort of wondering if he maybe farmed out aspects of it to other modelers, and then they put together the sections later. But no, anyway, I'm beating that to death, aren't I? Some people are faster than others. You don't have to have it done right away. It's just for me. This just sort of gives me something to do. It helps get me through the winter. I'll tell you that. I don't. If I didn't have the model table, I don't know what I'd do right now. I think I'd probably be fighting depression. I'd be looking out the window at my car covered with snow again. And yeah, my son was over yesterday and cleaned it all off for me. Yeah, I'm going to be wanting to use it on Wednesday, all being well. So, okay, I'm sort of getting off the track here, and I'm amazed that I have any viewers at all. Let's get on with this here. See if we can do something on 56 today. Hello, come on in. You didn't go as far as usual.
No.
Okay. Here we are. A snowy Missy.
Oh, is this for me?
That is for you.
Thank you.
Well, thank you. Yeah, it actually came yesterday. It wasn't scheduled to come until today, and I was surprised to see it was in my box. Alrighty. So how are you this morning?
Good. Our finance minister has resigned, and I suspect we're going to have an election not in October, but April. We'll see.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Get the snow off Rainy's car, and I'll try driving it to
The E-Gym?
the E-Gym in the snow.
Yeah, you're gonna be back to a two-wheel drive car with no snow tires. It's gonna be interesting.
You're a big snow tires guy.
I am, because I've had them ever since I was a teenager. We've had snow tires. In
You're
fact,
firmly for it, and I think it's a bunch of balhooey, so
yeah.
I mean...
Oh no, there's a huge difference. No, there's a big difference between snow tires, studded snow tires, and regular. Oh yeah, there's a big difference. In fact, when I was a teenager, we used to put chains on the back of the car in this little town we lived in. My dad had an old 1956 Buick, and you put chains on the back of that thing, and it was almost like it wasn't like a Jeep, but it was pretty good.
77 years old, never had a snow tire, still alive. Never had an accident.
Well, I've been lucky too. I haven't had any accidents either. But I can't credit snow tires. I can credit good luck.
You credit snow tires at least in the winter time.
Thank you for coming, Missy. Thank you for coming. Yeah, we'll see you later.
Ron, thank you for your kindness.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for coming, Max. Bye, Missy. Yeah, today is Monday and it's garbage day. Missy the dog. Missy the dog. Okay, let's continue on here. Yeah, I guess Max has never had snow tires, so he doesn't know. Those of you who live in climates like I live in and you've had snow tires, what do you think of them? In the comments below, please. What do you think of snow tires? Especially if they're studded snow tires. Like I got studded snow tires all around on an all-wheel drive car. So, yeah. Alrighty, now we're going to want to continue on here. Going to have to rearrange everything. And, okay. Let's continue on. I'm going to try not to think about snow tires. Time is marching on here. I'm just looking down into our little periscope tube here, and I'm noticing that there's still quite a bit of flashing. But then on the other hand, I don't think we have to put anything down in there because I don't know if you can see it, but where the pin and the hole go together, it's kind of blocking it as well. Now let's be careful we don't break off our two little parts here that we glued on. I was noticing earlier that the which end is it? Yeah, this end here is keyed, and so when we put this in here, you'll notice that hole is keyed. So we have to make sure that we get it right, otherwise it's going to be at the wrong angle. Yeah, keys like that. Okay, but that won't be for a while. So we have to mount, where is it now? If I can grab hold of it. This piece and this seat onto here somewhere. And I'm going to let gravity be our friend here. So let me check the manual. I'm going to just press stop here and okay. Yeah. This seat, if I can grab hold of it, maybe I should use tweezers here. Let's move this over like this. And okay, that seat has to go right in there like that. Now I don't know if it's going to want to stay there or not. I'm wondering if I should maybe rig up another helping hands here to hold this. Yeah, I think I'm going to press stop again. Okay, now I'm looking straight down on it right now. It looks pretty good to me. I think I'm going to not mess with it. Now we're just going to put extra thin on there and let it do its melding thing. Okay, that's lots. All right. I think I got a square. All right, press stop again, and we'll give it about 10 minutes at least. Okay, I'm just checking the manual here, because suddenly when I looked at this, I thought, oh, I put the seat on upside down. Because if these little parts that we glued on here are, handholds, well, the seat is upside down. But if I double check the manual here right now, no. I'm wondering now, could it possibly be that these things are some sort of foot pegs? I don't know. Maybe what I should do is see if I can find this part in the walkthrough. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to see if I can find this part in the walkthrough, and then we'll see what are those, if I can find it, because I'm just curious. I do have the seat the right way and the right orientation according to the manual here. If I've used my my head, I will have dubbed in what I'm looking at right here so that you can see it nice and clear as well. Later, I did go through the walkthrough, but when we came to the area that we're working on right now, or maybe I should say just below the area we're working on right now, if you try to get up there, they had it blocked off with a grating so that you couldn't actually crawl up there. Now, if he had a camera, like a 360 camera, he could have, stuck his selfie stick up there and looked around. That would have been kind of interesting. I wonder if anybody's actually done that. I imagine there has been. I just don't know where to find it on the internet. Anyway, it's, I guess we'll never know for sure what those pegs were. I'm feeling now that they're probably foot pegs. Okay, quite a bit of time has passed here again. Now, the reason I use a little screwdriver to, I guess, pry these tweezers apart here is because if I try to mess around with this thing, I'm going to be putting a lot more stress on the little chair than if I can just gently put this in like this, and if I can turn the there like that, you see, if I find that actually works pretty good. Sometimes it works better than others, and this time it worked pretty good. Now I would think that this is probably fairly strong here now. However, we will easily be able to break it off if we're not careful. Now this piece here, I think, sort of goes on the other side. So let me get my head out of the light here. I'll just check the manual here. Okay, it goes on this side over here. So what I'm going to try to do is just turn this 90 degrees very carefully. And I don't want to break our little pegs off. Yeah, I can sort of see it here. Maybe I should adjust this just a little bit like this, get it up off the... Alright, now, don't know if you can see it or not, but there's a little hole right there. Let's watch out for a chair here. Alright, now this piece, it's got to go, okay, you can see that there's a little part there that it looks like I almost trimmed off, thinking it might have been flashing. I think it's supposed to go like this. It's either that it goes this way or it goes the other way. Just let me check the manual again. No, it looks like I got it right. The long handle goes to the right. All right, so if we could get this, what I believe is to be the right way, and just a little, or maybe what I should do is, where's Tony's tweezers? They'd work really good for something like that. Okay. Just do sort of a dry run with Tony's tweezers. Yeah, like this. Yeah. Okay, now our extra thin. Whoops. Shoot. Okay, hold it a little bit tighter this time. Okay, once again, we'll let that dry, and it should be alright. Then the only other part that we have to put on this is the wheel, which I think I should paint first before I stick it on. Let's see if I can find out what color it's supposed to be. Okay, that wheel should be right in here somewhere. It probably mounts on the other side of this tube, and I believe that what we are looking at now is the side that we are going to be viewing through. So that means that this wheel is going to be on the opaque side, because this how do I explain this? Yeah, the clear plastic goes like this. Okay, and wonder if it's the same size as this. Oh no, it's way bigger. Okay, anyway, we are, in all likelihood, we're not going to see the wheel unless it's part of all the... Would this be it right here? Maybe that's it right there. Yeah, I think it is, maybe. And it looks like it's... is there an arrow, a line that stops at it? Yes, there is. Okay, 18 or 28. Okay. Alright, so now we know what color it is. Yeah, I believe that is the wheel. Yeah, if I put the macro lens on here and overexpose it a bit, you can see the wheel. In fact, you can actually see the little handle, the little crank on it. Okay, once again, letting gravity be our friend here. Is that where it goes? Or was it supposed to go on this one here? I better check the manual. No. I put it in the wrong place. I don't know what's supposed to go there, if anything. Okay. It's supposed to go over here. You probably can't see it because this bracket or whatever it is blocking it. But there's a hole. So turn this around now, very carefully. That was close. Submarine would have never got his torpedoes going straight. Okay. Now, did this go and slide down the... No, it's in place. Okay, we'll let it dry like that. As far as I know, we have everything on this part now that we need, except the paint. So we may as well put it aside with the other pieces that we made in step 55 that we were going to paint, and do them all at the same time. Now, mind you, I do think that this one is supposed to be a different color. Sort of thinking about, no, I don't think I should use a paintbrush. I'll use the airbrush. It'll do a much better job. Okay, let's move on. Is there anything else we can do here this afternoon? It is 1:38 in the afternoon already. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I get a coffee visitor, so got to cut her off a little bit early anyway. And I could be wrong, but I think we got quite a bit of footage going on already here, so we'll just take a quick look and see what the next thing is that we have to do in the manual. Moving from left to right, we've joined these two pieces together, and we were going to leave this piece until later. Then we finished this morning, I guess in this afternoon now. So now we are basically over here. Now this whole thing, I believe, is upside down, because you can see this part is like this. Well, actually that is the top of the conning tower, or at least the top, not the top of the conning tower so much as the top of the pressurized part of the conning tower, or the yeah, you know what I mean. Okay, so now we got to do these gauges, and they should really be painted before we glue them on, and then the decals put on. So I think there's decals go on each one of these 5 gauges, and these 2 larger pieces right here I think have a decal, but we're gonna have to do that tomorrow. So I guess I should have zoomed in a little sooner. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody, and all being well, we're gonna see you tomorrow.